Today is July 30th, 2020. It's about 79 degrees outside, summer day. And this is my underhouse layout. I'm going to run this train outside shortly. It's comprised of two Aristo-Craft Dash 9 Southern Pacific locomotives and two Wisconsin Central SD45 locomotives. Again, they're Aristo-Craft. The train has 42 cars on it presently. 38 are Aristo-Craft 100-ton hoppers, and there are 4 interspersed American mainline AML Bethgons dispersed in the train. So they all have empty coal loads. So I'm going to run this train outside shortly, and all the locomotives are equipped with Datum Precision CNC machined coupler boxes that accept the Kadee 907 coupler. There's a centerset coupler, no offset, so it's a direct fit. There was no need to do any cutting on the locomotives, whether it be on the Dash 9s here or the SD45s. So I'll proceed to run the train out now. So the first two lead Aristo-Craft 100-ton hoppers have 3D printed direct fit coupler boxes that also align the floor to the end sill of the car intrinsically. And they were designed by me and implemented by Camarillo. And people are interested in any of these couplers, whether they're boxes, whether they're machined ones for the locos or 3D printed boxes for cars. You can contact Colin Camarillo at his website, CamarilloPacific.com. All these other cars have discreetly adapted Kadee 906 type couplers, and that's before I met Colin Camarillo several years before, and so I wasn't going to change all those couplers to the 3D printed type boxes. So we'll speed up the train and head outdoors. So with this many cars, with the weight of this many cars pulling grades here, there's always the possibility of stringlining. And the Aristo-Craft 100-ton hoppers weigh 2¼ pounds with metal wheels. And the AML Bethgon, like this Norfolk Southern one here, it weighs about 2½ pounds with its metal wheels and without a coal load. So I'm 52% power now, or as the Revolution people call it, speed. So the cars didn't appear to stringline there, which is usually the first critical point. So the train is passing over itself now on the double loop. So the second area that's critical for stringlining is where the locos are right now, coming around that curve. And we'll see if any of the cars stringline. Oops, there it goes. Now I put the cars back on the track. About 3 cars had tipped over. And probably if I take 2 or 3 cars off, it would work, because I ran this train out here about 3 days ago and it didn't string line. So it's marginal. And in that one corner there were the 2 green Chicago Northwestern cars and the CSX car. That's the critical corner. And I noticed the track has a slight inboard tilt to it. So that doesn't help. So I'll have to correct that. So the wind is beginning to pick up, and that buzzsaw you hear is from my neighbor northeast of me. He's been sawing for 3 or 4 weeks steady. So that noise is not from the train. So I'll switch the track here. So on the next run by, it should come up the middle path. It's coming around the horseshoe curve here over the viaduct. Switch that track. So hopefully it won't string line around this curve, though I relaxed it from the way it used to be a few weeks ago. So it's much more forgiving. So it looks like it made it. Oops. Looks like it's string line there too. So I re-railed the cars and it's coming around now. I'm not sure if I got all of them on the wheels on the track right. It seems to be. So we'll come around the more forgiving loop on the back fence here, see if it makes a difference. Switch this track here. Increase the speed. So I'm back up to 52% power, or 52% speed. So again, I've run this train a few days ago and it didn't stringline in either place, so I guess climatic conditions might have some relevancy on the marginality of this thing with this many cars pulling grades and loops. Seems that this is a more forgiving path here. Get the run by. So this train emulates a train that was a cooperation between Southern Pacific and Wisconsin Central in roughly the mid-1990s, when the GE-9 locomotive was fairly new as a product, and they were later supplanted to the lookalikes CW44-9s with the AC inverters and AC traction motors. And there you have it. Now I ran the engines around to the opposite end of the train, so now it's coming up the grade here with the Wisconsin Central SD45s, the lead locos. Again, 42 cars on this train. A little bit too many. Now I'll switch to the return path to come down the grade. Slow the speed down a little bit to 40%. I'm using track power, of course, in pulse width modulation mode, using a revolution transmitter and receiver. And the train is headed home. And there you have it. So I now took off 4 cars from the train that had 42 cars. Now it has 38 cars. There are 4 Aristo-Craft Blue Rock Island cars I took off. So now there are more on the tail of the train that you can't see here now. There are 6 Rock Island Blue ones rather than 10 then. So that reduced the load by 9 pounds. So we'll see if that makes a difference for string lining. And again, all the engines and all the cars have body mount center set Kadee couplers. So there you can see the 6 Rock Island cars that remain. So this is the critical area here. Well, that one car tipped a little bit. So this train with 42 cars, actually with as many as 49 cars. Some years ago I ran a long train with 49 Aristo-Craft 100-ton hoppers. That's when they had the truck mount couplers. I ran them under the house successfully, which is quite circuitous, but it doesn't have the grades as we have outdoors here. So it's going to come up the middle path now, which was critical before. Once it would get up to the horseshoe curve. So we'll see if it string lines here again. Looks like it made it. I have to switch this track. So we'll try one more time. So the wind is picking up a little, which won't help. Well, it looks like it made it. The car didn't even tilt. So by reducing the train load by 9 pounds, which was 4 Aristo-Craft 100-ton hoppers, it made the difference. So 38 cars versus 42. And there you have it.